I'm a mental health activist. I create mental health content on YouTube. I make documentaries. I am a writer. Yeah, I'm passionate about women. Yes.
Thank you.
It was a personal experience, personal struggles, dealing with mental health, and then not knowing what you're going through. Like, you don't even think it has a name. And then one day you find out it has a name and it's something that can be dealt with. You're not abnormal. And then looking back into the society and seeing what people are going through, and they have no idea. So I felt like, okay, this is something that a lot of people are struggling on their own. They do not know. So for me, it was just a move to let people know that what you're going through is mental health. It has solutions. You can find solutions. You're not abnormal. You shouldn't fear. There's always that we want to appear too strong, right? We want to deny our problems, and it weighs heavily on us. So for me, it was just a way to create awareness. I think for me, the biggest initiative is what I'm currently working on, a documentary on women experiences, refugee women experiences, challenges they go through. People share things that have helped them. The world has made refugee women look like takers, vulnerable people. Yes, we're vulnerable at some point, but it's not as bad sometimes as they make it look. Their strength, their success stories. So for me, it's the success stories of sitting down with a refugee woman and them explaining what they've been through and the things they have done as a way to inspire other women. So for me, this is like my first project this is like my first time trying this out. And I cannot wait to begin sharing those stories, because there's so many stories of resilience, things they went through, things they overcame, you know. So yeah, for me, that's that. I think the biggest challenge, especially in the mental health is such a foreign concept. People think it's a white people thing, right? People do not recognize that when they see people commit suicide, that's a mental health. When they see people die by suicide, commit is the wrong word that we're trying to run away from as a mental health space. But when they see people die of suicide, that's when people come back and say, oh my God, what happened? There were signs already. So the biggest challenge is people do not take mental health discussions seriously. People do not, working in the mental health space is tricky because it's very triggering. You might be speaking to somebody that has gone, let's say, through sexual abuse. If you have a history of sexual abuse, you'll be triggered, you'll break down, right? So, and I think another challenge is with the work I do mainly involves working with women, right? And some of the women may not afford, let's say I have a self-care session, or we have a wellness session. People need to come to that place. Then you offer maybe counseling with counselors, and then maybe there's like a yoga session, right? But to bring people to that place, it needs money. You need to provide them money. Refugees, majority of them do not have some do, but majority do not have the resources. So the challenge is with somebody that this is a personal initiative. I do not charge people money. So sometimes it's difficult, even when you want to offer the services, and the people need money to come to that place, not being able to find ways to support them to attend this. So I think the biggest challenge is with also the cost of production, I guess, producing these documentaries, because you put them on YouTube, right? So a big challenge has been how do you consistently produce content? You need to pay the camera people. I mean, I do the editing myself, but there's so many other things that go into production and post-production. What has kept me motivated? It's the stories. It's somebody texting and be like, oh, I was going through this crisis and I'm better now, you know. Somebody comes and tells you how people break down, you know. And also, I guess one thing that keeps me going is just sometimes you don't have the answers. People will come to you. Someone will come. I'm not married. I'm not a marriage counselor. But somebody knows I create awareness on mental health. They will want me to solve their problem, right? I cannot solve your problem. I can only help you address. I can speak to you, or I can recommend you. I can refer you to like a psychiatrist. One thing that happens is people think because you talk about mental health, you must offer them the help. Even when you can't, then it looks like you have given up on them. So for me, that's also one thing that keeps me going, because I know there are people that are difficult to reach, But with time, you're able to get these people, and when you recommend them to somebody, just because you're the one that did recommend, they will accept help.